Rough Night is the newest in the line of comedies that is trying to be The Hangover and still not really succeeding. It's directed by Lucia Anilo and stars the likes of Scarlett Johansson, Jillian Bell, Kate McKinnon, and Zoe Kravitz. So, this is probably going to be among one of my shorter reviews. I don't have that much to say about it because specifically these two genres are pretty difficult to review, comedy and horror. These two genres really have one job to do depending on which one you're talking about. Horror movies have a job to scare you. Comedy movies have a job to make you laugh. And should they succeed at those jobs, you're probably going to be pretty happy walking out of the theater. Does this movie succeed in making me laugh? Yes, it does. Walking out of this theater, I laughed enough times to the point where I can look at this camera and say, I think this was a solid comedy movie. It's getting shat on in reviews, and I think they're being a little bit harsh. Is this movie trying to be The Hangover? Absolutely it is. Does it succeed? Absolutely not. The Hangover is one of the better comedy movies made in the last 10 years for a number of reasons. Primarily because it appeals to pretty much every comedic audience. It has dumb humor for people that enjoy that kind of humor. That is a genuine kind of humor. That's fine if you like that. That sort of comes with Zach Galifianakis' character in that movie because that's just what he's like. But there is also more intelligent kind of humor, and Todd Phillips directed that movie very well to incorporate physical humor, to humor through dialogue, and it works through a number of different mediums that make that movie a good comedy film. This is a movie that makes me laugh. Would I call it a great movie? Hell no. But this is not a terrible comedy movie because at the end of the day, it did its job. It made me laugh. It entertained me. It's not a long movie. It did what it needed to for me. All of the women in this movie are very charismatic. All of their performances ended up shining pretty well. I thought the two that stood out to me ended up being Jillian Bell and Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon is a very talented woman, despite me not liking Ghostbusters or her performance in it. She is incredible on SNL. She won an Emmy she didn't win an Emmy for no reason, and I think she really has a strong future ahead of her in the film world. Jillian Bell was someone I noticed in 22 Jump Street, who is a very funny woman and is great in this, and all of the other women in this movie are great, including the males on the other side of the spectrum. Eric Andre is in this movie and is very underused, but I kind of thought it was funny just to see him. Again, there's not much at all to talk about when it comes to this movie. It is trying to be The Hangover, and no movie can do that. The Hangover set up a line of films down the road that were going to try and replicate it, and none of them have succeeded thus far. Shit, even The Hangover's own sequels couldn't do that. So, you have to look at this movie as being harmless entertainment. That's what it is. This movie is harmless fun. Anybody can sit down in the theater and probably like it. You might not. This might not be your cup of tea. I didn't think it would be mine. Hell, I saw a trailer before this movie called Girls Trip, and it's just the same shit. It's the same movie. And it's amazing to me, it's shocking to me that they're able to do this. But this movie does not fail. It doesn't. It's funny. It's funny, and I enjoyed myself, and I think most people are going to enjoy themselves as well. I think it's worth a watch. I wouldn't recommend this to everyone. I think people with their own separate tastes are going to like this movie differently. But as a whole, in my eyes, in the subjectivity of comedy, this movie was good. It's passable. It's not great. It's obviously not smart. It's not an intelligently written comedy. This movie is fucking ridiculous, especially towards the last 30 minutes. This movie goes completely off the wall. But it's still funny. It did its job for me. It did what a comedy movie has to do, and while it doesn't do anything above and beyond to make it a great movie, it is still funny. It's still passable, and I enjoyed it. Check it out. It's worth a watch. It's better than fucking Transformers. I'll say that much. See this over Transformers. If you've seen Baby Driver and you want to see another movie, see this. Please. Don't go see that other fucking shit. So, what did you guys think? Did you see Rough Night? Did you not see Rough Night? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.